Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of FE6 Hard Mode, Armors Only. In this one we take on Ilya Chapter 19, which is Fog of War with flyers and healers and a bunch of ballistas. Very fun. Thankfully, in this map, if you kill the boss, it stops the Pegasus Knight reinforcements. So that's at least something. But yeah, here I'm gonna have Nime warp boars on turn 1, so we can bait quite a few dudes. Even though, doesn't really one-round any of them, because enemies are a little too bulky at this point. Like, even some generic cavaliers just don't get one-rounded because they have like over 40 HP. Because enemy bulk is fun. Giving Barth a goddess icon because he's my lowest luck unit. I would have given it to Boars because it gives +1 hit, but he already has capped lock, so he literally can't use it. Luckily, the enemies on ballistas aren't very strong, so they don't really one-shot into my units, so at least there's that. Also, look at this top-tier support. Hey, tell me what was going on. I'll tell you, and then the support ends. Good. Yeah, Barth showing that enemy Pegasus Knights are weak as hell because he's doubling. At least some of them. But yeah, this map has a bunch of physic druids. It's pretty irritating. Especially since it's Fog of War, so you have to go out of your way to find them and kill them. At least the druids don't have weapons, though. If they did, that'd be extra annoying, because then they could just attack you out of the fog and probably one-round somebody, because enemy druids are really scary. I forget what's in that village right there, but the one in the bottom right corner of the map has an energy ring, so we do want to grab that before we end the map. I love having good accuracy. Love having 69 hit with an Iron Lance against a generic. Thank you, Douglas. I mean, and the thing is, Douglas's skill isn't even bad. It's just that lances and axes in this game just have bad base accuracy. It's really annoying. Yeah, Boars will kill some dudes, but it'll take a while, because he doesn't one-round the promoted ones. Doesn't even come close. Yeah, enemy Pegasus Knights are so weak they can't one-shot a unit with 0 defense. With a Steel Lance at that. LNOP. And of course we miss one, because it wouldn't be an episode of this without missing a ton of over 70 hit rates. I mean, it's not unlikely that those will miss, it's just annoying when it happens so often. Ellen is still unpromoted because she gets more EXP this way. Why does this matter? I don't know. But it's not like she'd contribute more in this map if she was promoted by now. So we may as well train her, because it's not like the one extra move would do anything this map. Nime's pretty good. She has A-base staves, 21 magic, which makes her instantly the best warper on the team. So we're going to be using her, obviously. I read somewhere on GameFAQs that she has subpar bases, and her being level 18 means she's bad. So maybe I shouldn't use her on second thought, because GameFAQs, they know everything. Yeah, there's not much going on for this map. From turns 11 to 15, a bunch of brigands will spawn from the south, which is pretty annoying. And then from turns 16 onwards, I don't know until when, Pegasus Knights will spawn from, like, the north, I think? But I killed the boss before then. I killed the boss, like, on turn 16, I think, and then they didn't spawn after. So I'm pretty sure either they're random, whether they show up or not, or killing the boss ends them. Probably the latter, but who knows. Yeah, I think my Astor, he's only leveled just +1 HP, and even he can still take a ballista shot in Chapter 19. So at least the ballistas aren't that scary. Although I think long ballistas have more might than normal ones, and there are long ballistas to the right. I really don't like the snow and the snow effect for this map. I don't like the dust or the sandstorm effect for Chapter 14. Because it goes in front of the UI when you're, like, looking at the pre-battle screen. Like, when you're seeing damage and stuff. It's, like, over that. I don't really like that. Not a fan. It's not enough to, like, ever get in the way of reading something. It's just distracting. But yeah, Physic Druid, and I keep physicking. But thankfully, the other armors are about to meet up, and then kill some stuff together. That's the plan anyways. Here I'm just trying to calculate ballista range, because you can't hover over ballistas for some reason, so you just have to know that long ballistas have 15 range and that normal ballistas have 10 range. Although again, they don't really one-shot any of my units, except for maybe Ellen might die to a long ballista shot, I'm not quite sure. But I still don't want to take needless hits. Or unexpected hits, I should say. Because needless hits can be useful for staff EXP, but comes unexpected, that's not optimal. But yeah, thankfully the reinforcements don't come in until decently late into the map. So you can play decently slowly, as seen by me progressing, even though I can only use 4 armors as my army. I still haven't needed to burn a Harmonius yet, so I wonder when I'll have to. I don't know if I'm going to use Warp next map. I don't think I'll have to, because I think I just have to beat the map within 25 turns. That should be easy enough to reach, even with this team. We'll see, though. If a Warp makes Chapter 20 significantly easier, then I'll obviously do it. I do think I have to recruit Juno, though, in order to get the Malta guiding chapter. Don't have to field Zealot to recruit her, though. You can use Tate or Shauna, I think. Although maybe we'll field Zealot anyways. I don't know. I feel like every status staff has hit this map. Because Nime got slept like 3 times, and then Ray's gotten silenced like 3 times. Then again, enemy druids have like nearly capped magic, so they probably have really high hit. Even on Nime, she has decent res. But yeah, I think there's still a group of Pegasus Knights left, and then a group of Cavs and a Paladin, not including reinforcements. Yeah, I don't want to have anybody be in range of 2 ballistas, because 1 isn't scary, but 2 could pick off most of my units. This healer, or troubadour I should say, has been so annoying. Because she just walked right in front of Boris and is like, you won't progress. And also I'll dodge your 83s or whatever. Oh, it's so annoying. Because healer AI is still set to charge. For some reason. So, well, at least that one is. The druids aren't. I think the druids are supposed to be stationary until they get wounded. But yeah, the troop is like, I'm going to charge, which means I'm going to hug enemies and not do anything. Very smart. Gonna physic Wendy, because she's pretty squishy in comparison to my other armors. So I think Barth is at 28 defense, Boris is at 27, and then Wendy's at like 17 or 18. So yeah, comparably she takes like 10 more damage than Boris and Barth. But yeah, that druid healed them to full from 14 HP with the physics, so that means he has to have at least like 26 magic. So yeah, these dudes have pretty high stats. Glad they don't have fluxes equipped. Or even worse, Nosferatus. Yeah, calculating ballista range is always really fun. Especially when you can't just check them because it's Fog of War. At least you can count how many shots they have by hovering over them. If you had to manually keep track of those two, oh, it'd be awful. But yeah, I forgot the brigands spawn from the south, so I kinda sent Melody in range of them. But thankfully they're slow and won't double her, even with halved speed. I don't know why the ballistas want to target boars. Though I guess they probably can't do damage to anybody there, so that's why. Yeah, we're finally approaching Sigun, boss. The brigands aren't very scary. I mean, they do a lot of damage, but as long as we just block them off with Percival and Douglas, they shouldn't pose any threat. Really, the goal here is to kill the boss by turn 16. And nobody cares. Sigun. Yeah, at this point the map is almost over with. It's just a rush to kill Sigun. Also, Elfin getting defense, what a bulky bard. I think there's only one more Fog of War map. I think it's 21X. So that's why I've been kinda using torches willy-nilly, because I still have a full one in the convoy, I think. Or maybe I have two. I don't really remember. I just know that I don't really need to conserve them. Yeah, the ballistas should be out by now as well. Yeah, we're just gonna Brave Axe down, because that's more reliable than using a killer. Sadly, Boris has 0 crit here, because Sigun is decently lucky. But yeah, those armor knights, I did the math, and they actually can't one-shot Roy with a javelin if he's on a gate, so that's pretty funny. Like, my Roy is level 1 with 0 stat boosters, and enemy armor knights still can't kill him in one hit. In chapter 19. It's pretty funny. Which means Roy is OP, of course. But yeah, Percival, he's basically untouchable. So he makes a perfect light rune. Does nothing really scares him. And that's a dead Pegasus woman. Yeah, I was trying to find a way to seize next turn safely here, but there isn't really one. Still gonna take out this dude though, because he'd be annoying. Because at this point I wasn't aware that killing the boss got rid of the Pegasus reinforcements, so I was like, how can I seize as soon as humanly possible? But the next turn I realized that none spawn, and I'm like, okay, good, killing the boss does end them. Because I know for some waves of reinforcements, killing the boss doesn't stop them, like, Chapter 9. I remember I tried to kill the boss to stop the endless waves of pirates from coming, but they still came. Pretty annoying. At least Wendy's getting skill. She wants to hit things. And yeah, we're gonna go send Melody down to get that energy ring. Free energy ring, yay. But yeah, that concludes Chapter 19. So, thanks for watching, and hopefully you'll join me for Chapter 20 next time. Peace out.